The man we have all been waiting for has arrived. Omer Meyer is officially with Purdue basketball. He has made his cross ocean arrival. I believe this was like an enormous all day flight with a bunch of delays, but he is finally in the facility practicing with Purdue basketball. Purdue announced this with a bunch of pictures on social media that they captioned Sunday night session. And you can find more pictures on their Instagram and Twitter, both featuring Omer Meyer, heavily involved in the plays. He looks great in a practice uniform. This kid's going to be good. We know this. But we are going to do a couple things here. We can talk any thoughts we have on Meyer's arrival, just quick first impressions of seeing him in a jersey. And then I also want to go back to Friday because shout out to Melba from our Discord. But on Friday, Purdue put up like 5 minutes of 5-on-5 scrimmages. And there's a lot of takeaways here. You and I were off on Friday, so our channel had Jacob, our producer, and Dion breaking this down. I think they did a good job. I listened to it. They hit on a lot of the big things, but Melba asked if we could provide our own commentary as well. So let's make this video a little combination of this. Omer Meyer is with the team, and then also we got 5 minutes of 5-on-5 footage from before the weekend that you and I haven't discussed. Cart, the floor is yours. Take it away wherever you'd like.
Well, first of all, I think Omer being on campus is massive. Obviously, with there is a lot of things up in the air as far as like even if it's not just like because Omer's a freshman, obviously, and there's been a couple of delays with other players that are of older classes, but it's finally good to get him on campus officially, get him in that 17, and feel good about it. They have till Wednesday to get me actual hoop footage of him though. The pictures were cute. And I don't mean to put some pressure on them, but I mean this with all due respect. You have until Wednesday, Boiler Ball, to give me actual footage of this man hooping.
Are you
Um,
threatening the Boiler Ball Twitter account right now?
no, because actually, no. If you're going to be the number one team in the country and you're going to be, all these aspirations, you deserve some actual threats. So, yes, I'm threatening them. Give me Omer Meyer clips by Wednesday, or we're going to make a video questioning why there's not clips of them yet. And I don't want to do that. So, uh, I want to just say that it's good to get him on campus before I get into the 5-on-5 stuff. Do you have any Omer centric things you want to state before we get to our comments about the
I
five
mean,
minute
a couple
clips?
minor ones. Starting point, let me state the obvious. And this is not something that we talk about much on this channel for obvious reasons. Probably not I don't know, just an angle that we should delve in too much into in college basketball analysis. But we're also a channel of honesty and transparency and humor and emotion. So let's state the obvious here. Might be the most handsome guy in college hoops immediately.
Here we go.
Might be. Am I wrong?
I mean, I have my own rankings.
Okay, who's number one?
First of all, I'm not going to just throw out my rankings like that.
Okay, then it doesn't sound like you have your rankings prepared.
I have them formulating. I mean, there's a lot of legwork that needs to go into it.
I mean, Omer Meyer looks like he could be like a Bond villain right now. Or he'd like drop him in Ocean's 11 and he would fit right in. Instead, he's in a Purdue practice uniform. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's about to set the campus ablaze,
Yeah.
respectfully.
Well, top 50 party school per Omer himself. Yeah, I don't know. I just think like maybe I'm just falling in love with the whole aesthetic of this, but like I don't know. The dude just looks like a killer. He has an aura about him, and you can tell me aura means nothing. I would fight that immensely. I'm the man who like says you can judge whether a basketball player is good or bad off a headshot. We know what Omer's going to be off just seeing him in a practice uniform for 5 minutes. He's going to be a killer at some point.
Yeah, also give it 2 weeks. I'm expecting a Purdue TikTok that goes something like, who is the one player on the team that you would not let date your daughter? And everyone's like, Omer. And like,
Every
why?
single player is going to
Like
say
he's a
Omer.
good guy, but like look at him, man. Like, he just ain't from I wouldn't let my daughter date him.
I would say TKR for what it's worth.
I don't want my daughter in philosophy class every day.
So, yeah, Purdue's social team always does an incredible job. I feel like we talked about them arguably being, I don't know, the best performing social team in all of college basketball. They do more content more frequently than everyone, and it always looks great. Gotta have a moment of accountability for a moment. The night that Omer Meyer arrives and joins practice is not a night for like a carousel of pictures of Liam Murphy. Am I wrong?
I mean, no, you're 100% right.
Like, why has Omer not gotten a he's here post?
Like no first look. We had 4 Oscar Club videos before we could even wake up in the morning, but we got no Omer Meyer
It's
clips.
been 72 hours. He's been in practice. We have clips of it. We have pictures. Like, why have we not just gotten the he's here post? I
Fir-
don't get it.
First look.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't know what that's about. I'm assuming it's coming this week, but like I thought they literally would have rolled out like a black and gold carpet for this kid and had everybody like wearing Israeli flags when he arrived, you know?
Yeah, and Carson Edwards on campus in the gym.
Yeah, it's yeah, right. I forgot that. Well,
Huh,
actually, no, Cart. They had Antoine West in the gym, so they did have Carson Edwards there.
well, they had Braden Smith in the gym too.
They had the best
Actually on the
guard.
team.
Yeah, yeah,
That's all
that's
it
good.
needs.
That's good. All right, and no, nothing else on Omer. I assume from both of us. Let's pivot to the actual 5-on-5 footage. What was your biggest takeaway?
I think that Boiler Ball listens because they show videos of actual stops in here, which I think actually means something. You have like we've seen a lot of offensive stuff in here, and obviously Antoine West I think was a big part of this practice of this little Sunday night session as they stated or summer practice clips that they stated. But there seems to be a lot of defensive intensity, especially from the guards in this clip, whether it's West picking up, Jakari Harris picking up, even CJ Cox picking up full court. I think, it seems like a very highly competitive, highly like just skilled practice, I guess I would say. Like you see moments from everybody in here. Um, and I think it just shows why Purdue fans are probably so excited for their team because they got a lot of pieces on this team. They do. And at the end of the day, they also have Braden Smith and TKR, which you didn't even get a lot of them, honestly, in these clips. It was a lot of other guys.
Yeah, I had a lot of moments that I wrote down that were like, I don't know, moments that made me chuckle or just have a moment of enjoyment. Did you see the moment where the walk-on yawned as Paint was talking?
Oh, was it? Oh, wait, hold on. Was that number 6?
What's that?
Was that number 6? Who's number 6?
No, this was 30 something, 32 maybe. There's a walk-on that literally just yawns aggressively right in front of the camera as Paint's talking.
Hold on, I need this. Now I gotta see
3
this.
minute mark. Yeah.
3 minute mark. Oh, that's crazy.
I loved it. It was incredible.
Oh, you're in on that?
I mean, I think it's hilarious. I don't know if it's what
Okay.
I would put on
Wait,
something.
hold on. He really hit the hand over the mouth. Like, God damn, coach.
Like shit, Paint. But right before that, my favorite basketball related clip, about 250 mark, Braden gets TKR on an island. Did you see that?
Yep. Yeah, oh yeah. And then he hits the little. He goes a little left to right, tries to shimmy, and thought he was gonna kind of pull back, gets to his little spot. There's a little turnaround mid range. Also, do you have any comment on the fact that Braden is hooping in books? Because you've been anti hooping in books.
Yeah, I think I'm just wrong.
Okay.
I'm a 32-year-old dad. I didn't realize you're supposed to hoop in books.
Okay. Good. We got to that point.
Yeah, that's all it is. But yeah, he said, let me have this philosophical dance, Trey. And Trey was there for it. But yeah, advantage Braden in that one. Antoine West felt like the big surprise winner from this. I feel like that was covered from Dion and Jacob over the weekend, but I don't know. The Antoine West hype is real. There's a video on the channel up this morning where we broke down Painter's quote about comparing him to Carson Edwards, and I don't know, a lot of positive momentum. A demon took over my body in that video, by the way. It's a true story. You can go watch and see. I don't know what happened. But are you buying the Antoine West hype based on what you saw in this video?
I'm buying it in the group of, and I haven't donned what the name of it's going to be yet, but there is a pairing of 3 guards, or no, I guess it wouldn't be a pairing. It's a it's a threesome of guards that I think are going to be vying for minutes because I think that Omer, Braden, Fletcher, those are what they are, right? But I think there's gonna be like a CJ Cox, Jakari Harris, Antoine West battle, and maybe I didn't assume Antoine West would be in that before this video, or just in general, I didn't think he would be in it, but maybe he is. And I think CJ Cox has had a really good summer from everything that I've seen. Haven't seen as much of Jakari, so I don't know what the minutes split is gonna actually look like, but at the same time, I don't know where Antoine West's minutes come from, even given like, you know, who is uh who is currently on the team.
Today's video is sponsored by LabCorp On Demand. Car, do you take care of yourself?
I try my best to, yeah.
Like not just treat yourself to expensive meals, but like you go to the doctor and things like that?
No, I just take care of myself. There's no need to go to the doctor unless I'm not taking care of myself, right?
Are you afraid of the doctor, Cart?
Just a little bit. I mean, if nothing's wrong, why would I go there?
Listen, I'm the same way, and so are millions of men across America. But that's why LabCorp On Demand is helping millions of people like us. With their men's health test, you can get a comprehensive look at your hormone levels, your total testosterone, and you don't even have to go to the doctor. It's easy, and you get the results the next day.
Testosterone, is that a big thing?
It's a really important thing, Cart. Sometimes you can feel off without even knowing something's wrong. But LabCorp On Demand wants to keep you healthy and wants to make it as easy as possible. Right now, you can get 20% off your men's health test by visiting our sponsor at tryelco.com/sleepersmedia. It's simple, affordable, and honestly, it's empowering to know that you're healthy and have this info about your body.
Didn't know that testosterone did all those things. I'm gonna have to take the guesswork out of this and go get my health checked out today using LabCorp On Demand.
I mean, they'd have to come at the expense of CJ and Jakari. Would have to.
Will it?
Maybe Jakari. I don't. Jakari had some good moments in this though.
Yeah, he had
So
like the little like one dribble like left off the cross court pass. I think was from Braden and
yeah,
kind of had it. So like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. Look. This is like peak summer off-season talk. So I don't think any of this needs to be all this substantial in true honesty. But I feel like I, it's really easy to like talk yourself into whatever bench guard you want to believe in for whatever reason. And here's my current stance. I think all three, CJ Jakari and Antoine West, are good Big Ten backups right now. I think all of them will probably be good Big Ten level starters one day. It's also just a true statement that in a program that is currently starting Braden and Fletcher and Omer Meyer in the mix, that is also bringing in Luke Ertl next year, somebody's got to lose. Something's got to give. You cannot keep all six of these guys in a big minute role on this team. And even projecting to next year, it's going to be really hard to have CJ and Jakari and Antoine and Omer all in big minutes. It just is. So if I was going through this long term, or maybe even if we just want to do this season instead of long term, CJ is the one that I feel like has a guaranteed role. After what CJ did last year and just what I feel like he's looked like this offseason, CJ Cox is going to guaranteed have a role. Beyond that, it's going to come down, I think, to Jakari versus Antoine. One of those guys should probably be out of the rotation. My assumption would be that it's Antoine who's out. But if this Antoine West hype is real, I think it would just mean Jakari kind of gets passed over. And if that happens because Antoine West is too good, that's a great thing for Purdue. He certainly looked the part in this video. What I would say, just archetype wise, I think what Antoine West gives you from what I've seen, a lot of pull up shooting, really far away. He looked good defensively here too. I'm still a little skeptical that's going to be real. Um, Hot shooting guy that takes crazy shots is not something you necessarily want from your fifth guard, I don't think. You already have CJ Cox to be the heat check guy off the bench. Omer Meyer is a guy whose game is 90% pull up jumpers. Do you need more pull up jumpers from your bench guards when you have Omer Meyer and CJ Cox already? Probably not. You actually probably need a guy who's there to defend, which to me
Right.
maps with Jakari way more.
Okay, but that kind of worked, but I think that's how we're gonna see it kind of play out in form because if Antoine can check and he can be able to knock down shots off the ball, and maybe it's not as much like pull up mid range stuff, he does, I think, have a size advantage over the other two.
Does he?
It's like CJ Cox is like 5'11".
Jakari's bigger.
Jakari's a little bit bigger,
Jakari's
but
bigger than Antoine, I think.
is he?
I thought so, maybe not.
They don't seem that way. But also, I don't know the trust though, because they say CJ Cox is like 6'4",
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
and
know.
he's just not. I think that these clips are. hmm, I would take them more so like that's something we have if some other guys don't work out. It's a luxury to have, but I don't think that Antoine West is going to factor in this season.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Which
it's
is which
great.
is crazy. Which is crazy that a playmaking Carson Edwards wouldn't.
It's great that he looks this good, but yeah, I think we're holding strong in the let's wait and see approach here. And hey, I've already figured out my joking angle with all of this that I sent to the Discord already. 2 years of Miles Colvin and Cam Heide prepared Purdue fans for 2 years of CJ Cox and Jakari Harris.
Oh, you think so?
We've seen the story before, haven't we? Breakout duo. Oh, but did you see we have Antoine West behind them?
Did
Wow. Like
yeah.
if Antoine West is coming in busting everyone's ass, what do we think that means? Can we put our big boy brains on for a second? Like, if the story out of Purdue practice is that the sixth string guard, Antoine West, is that good, got to come at the expense of one, if not two guys. And, like, you can't have both. They can't all be Carson Edwards here, you know?
Yeah. So basically, yeah. Actually, no. I'll end it at that. Yeah. Right.
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 But good problem to have. Clough, a lot bigger than Daniel Jacobson. One of my takes from this. Now, not taller, obviously, but like you just watch real basketball footage of this. Clough's like a bruiser who's physically ready for this. Jacobson does not look ready for this to me.
No, he doesn't. Which I would like to formulate a front court pairing center nickname for the two. I have something in the fold. Now you need to let me know if I need to go back to the drawing board.
Okay, let's hear
I'd like to refer to them as Forrest Gump.
it. Because one looks like he's from the forest and one is a little bit gumpy.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Pretty good first go around. That's just off the
Yeah.
top. I'm still workshopping. I can go back to the drawing board, but I feel like that's a good base.
Yeah, that's honestly not that bad. Now I'm trying to think of more movie puns for the rest of Purdue. Could we call the backcourt Water Boy?
Mm, I feel like we need to call TKR Interstellar.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, well, we can keep workshopping this. Yeah, I just every time we see real basketball stuff, Clough just is a grown man who's ready. Jacobson had a nice block. I think he blocked Antoine West in this, but like I don't know. There's a couple of clips of like DJ trying to catch, and he's just kind of like off balance, knocked off his spot. Like
Yeah, like Fletcher Lawyer kind of had like a little like Braden Smith dumped it off to him, and like Fletcher just kind of took it from him, basically.
I think there are going to be some real moments this season where Jacobson, who is still an immensely upside driven player, just isn't physically what this championship level team needs him to be. That's sort
Yeah,
of how I'm viewing it. And that's why you brought in Clough, to be honest, because Clough is that, you know?
yeah, that's true. That's facts.
So we'll see. I feel like I had one other thing on this maybe, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
I got one other thing. I want 5 minutes of my team on a summer Sunday session. Like I always
Yeah.
say this, I think we need to end this with this. Shout out to Boiler Ball social media team. They've been
Yeah.
having they realize what they have in this team, and I think they've been approaching social media this summer accordingly.
Oh, I just remembered my thought. Sorry to go back. If I was Daniel Jacobson, I'd be really annoyed, I think. Because year one, you arrived to a team that all Jacobson needed to do was destroy Will Berg and Caleb first. He was well on his way just by simply existing to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the injury bug bit him. The gods did not reward him. And now, hey, congrats, DJ. We're so happy you're healthy. Here's this 24-year-old grizzly bear. Deal with that. Like, not ideal, you know?
Gump sharpens forest.
I guess that's true. Last thing for me, I thought the video was really cool how it actually showcased like all of the assistant coaches and their roles in this. Like Purdue's
Mhm.
coaching staff feels as loaded as the actual team right now.
You think anyone in practice ever hits PJ with one of these?
I bet Omer Meyer will.
And then he'll be like, get on the line.
And then Omer will be like, I no speak.
No, no speak. I see Braden do this. I do Braden do. Also, he speaks good English. What are we doing?
I just think it's fun. What do you think Omer did on his 17-hour flight?
He rewatched Entourage.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If Entourage characters were members of this Purdue team, who would be who? Braden would have to be Vinny. Or why do I feel like Braden might be E?
I think you need to read the room.
What?
I don't know if I know Entourage characters.
Oh my God, I didn't read the room.
Yeah, I mean,
Have you
in
not
my
watched Entourage?
in my opinion, Braden would have had to be the main character, so he's Brody Jenner.
Not an Entourage character.
Okay, well, all right, that's fine. Omer can be Jerry Ferrera.
See, to me, that guy's Fletcher. If you don't know the dynamics, it's really hard to do this. But
Is Paint Ari Gold?
I think Paint is the agent. Yeah. I think TKR is definitely Johnny Drama, just the guy who runs around like
Yeah.
philosophizing
Hmm.
nonsense.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think Omer would have to be Vince, and I think Braden's E, the one who's actually running the show.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Also, stay on your toes. I have watched Entourage. I know all the characters.
Who's Jessica Alba?
She was in there?
Yeah, cameos.
Yeah, okay. Well, everyone had a cameo in Entourage.
Not everyone.
I feel like you didn't make it until you had a cameo in Entourage
Probably true.
during that time.
Yeah, well, you also don't make it until you are as good as Purdue or better in the Big Ten in the 2020s. So
Way to bring that full circle.
fortunately, both of our teams were better than Purdue last year. So
High five.
maybe we'll meet the Entourage bar again.